Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. Been a couple of days. I've been busy, but I am back. Some updates. So, the astute of you, if anyone's even watching, may have noticed in my live split that we have a new PB, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new PB. So I did a run off stream actually because I was just feeling a little bit antisocial and a bit run down. I thought, you know what, I haven't got the energy to stream, but I do want to keep the runs up, get the practice. And we got a PB. We knocked a nice 4 minutes off, and there's still a lot of time to find. I also have been experimenting with some new strats. A little bit of practice around some subtle tweaks to the strat. We're not going to implement any on this run. This is just going to be another daily run. If, however, the run dies early, which, you know, we're going to stay positive, but it could, we may then continue for the rest of the stream practicing some of the new strats. They're effectively just slight tweaks to the boss strats, and also trialing, basically picking up a Somber 5 a little bit later, which means we have to fight a few bosses with just a +4. So it's quicker. It is quicker because you don't have to go out of your way to pick up the Somber 5, but it does mean you then have to fight Radahn, Morgott, Godfrey, all at +4. +4. Which obviously makes them slower. And we're not going to do that because at the minute, if we're being honest, Radahn, we're not brilliant at any of those fights, so doing them with even lower weapons is probably not the play, if I'm honest. Especially when, in my PB, this 122.19, we died to a fire giant 6 times. So priorities, right? Yeah, so I was watching in my spare time, I was watching a few like sub 1 hour Bloodhound's Fang runs on the same patch as me to see where the main differences are. That was slow. And basically some big chunks are picking up the Somber 5. So if you've watched me run before, you'll know that I go from K-Lid and basically probably do a minute round trip to pick up a Somber 5. That's not necessary. But it does change the boss strats, that's the point. That is the point. And then there's basically some strat on Radabeast, well, specifically Elden Beast, that seems a bit more consistent. However, I haven't been able to even achieve it in practice, so.
I bequeath. It will summon torrent. Treat him with respect.
And obviously there's some optimizations that I already know I do, such as like safety graces and so on and so forth. Interestingly, like the strat, for example, the safety grace at the bottom at the castle gate, which as it stands, I use that to level up in for Godric. Come on. Ugh, miserable. The strat for Godric is actually more consistent at lower level. But I basically don't want to lose my runes, and also that grace helps me out if I need more sleep arrows later. So that grace would be completely unnecessary to even get if I didn't go back to get that Somber 5, basically. But I am so far down this run practice-wise that I think don't rock the boat, you know? I don't know if I'm hiding my rage well. But that was atrocious. Anyway, here we are. Yeah, that is absolutely fucking dog shit. And that is an example as to why I will never be a top speedrunner. Because I have done this run 100 times, and what is a fairly basic skip, I still, after all that practice, can't fucking do it.
Torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering plate. Burn at my hand.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't have the power. So this is the trip that you would skip if you just didn't bother with +5. Because there's a Somber 5 basically in Godfrey's boss room. So after Godfrey you can get Somber 5. So in theory I could then level up before Morgott, but the run I saw basically they just waited to do the level up before Fire Giant and did all the level ups at the same time, which is obviously a time skip. We haven't got that quit out for a while though. It's going to be about, isn't it, if you get the perfect run of putting all these things into the same run. Do you know what I mean? We get, fuck off. Good Celia skip, Somber 5 walk out, etc, etc. Obviously not dying. Jesus H. Christ. Rubbish. Pretty sure a lot of the time saves as well in terms of the splits. I'm pretty sure they're going to come a lot later. So, and obviously our old friend Morgott is still to come. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, we had a pretty decent run until it all went wrong at Fire Giant. I think we might have not got... I think we might have died to Radar, I want to say, maybe? Oh my god. 4 blood grease we're gonna get here.
Please, I'm hungry.
Oh, Scoopy roll. 4 blood grease, yeah. Not ideal. I think we got a first time DTS. Pretty sure. Anyway, just have to keep running and see, I guess. Interestingly, the run I watched that was I think it was one of the best BHF runs, and it didn't pick up the frost grease for Gideon. Which seems hella risky to me, and it doesn't save that much time. I've never seen another run do that. It means you need an extra R1. But a time save's a time save, I guess. But again, that's probably not... Might be something I implement later, when I can get the basics right, if we ever get to that point. But this might be like a sub-hour thing, when that's not me, I'm going for sub 115, so... I got memed there. That is very annoying. Because I didn't do anything wrong. Just got absolutely memed on that jump. Which, and I haven't got time to stop, so... Bloody hell. Probably lost a good old minute here. Just spotted that sum of best, though. Sum of best is 104. Crikey. That's a lot better than I would have predicted. Right, I need me runes. Give me runes. That was fucking shit. Hey, Rex, how are you? Sorry, I've just seen that. I don't know how long ago you said that. How's it going? Oh, by the way, I remember last time we chatted, you were talking about the delay on the YouTube chat, and I've not been able to fix it. I'm really sorry. I tried to look up exactly what you said, but effectively... I can't exactly remember why, but there's a reason why I wasn't able to do that. I think it's because I streamed through Restream. How have you been anyway? Yeah, there you go. Well, I guess I just answered that. Oh my god, this run is not going well, Rex. This run is not going well. Yeah, there is a setting. It's basically like a low latency setting, but you can't... Fucking hell. You can't change that setting, basically. Basically, once you're live, the setting is... You can't change it. You need to change it before you go live. But because I use a third party to go live from, it doesn't pull through, basically. I would need to stream only on YouTube to make that work. Yeah, I'm good. We PB'd. We've been, I can't remember when the last time we spoke, but we've got number of completed runs on the board now, which is nice. And we PB'd over the weekend. We broke the top 130 in the world. There you go. But this run specifically is going terribly. That's fine. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. What's new in your world? Thank you. Yeah, the goal is we're going to go for sub 115 and then probably leave this run after that, I reckon. I'm getting a little bit Elden Ring fatigued. I think I'll probably move on to maybe Sekiro or something. Yeah, have a look, because I'll definitely try it. The other option is like not streaming. I use a service called Restream, which basically you stream to that server and then they ping it out to, you know, whatever. So in my case, Twitch and YouTube, but you can stream to wherever. And yeah, it doesn't let you do that. And the reason, so the bigger picture is I can stream a different way. So I used to stream differently. I can just stream directly from OBS to multiple platforms and then it would work, but then I can't have a chat widget displayed on the stream. So you could chat to me quicker, but that chat wouldn't show. So that's the trade-off basically. Tell you what, I need to get a moving house wrecked at the minute. I'm like, we don't move until the 1st of Feb, but I'm in the process of like purchasing a house. And I'm gonna redo my whole streaming setup when I get there because my back, this chair, I use like an old wooden dining chair at my PC and it is killing my back. This is what happens when you're in your late 30s. Jesus Christ. That is not a split you want to die on. Do you know what? I might quit out at this point because we are... That's not it. Where is it? Yeah, look, so I've added a current pace and it's after my PB. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to just crack on or quit and just do some boss practice. I think I'm going to do some practice. This is stupid. Right. Change of plan. I'm going to change the stream title, I think. Sorry about this dead time. Right. We're going to do some practice strats instead. So, there's a new Radabeast strat, basically. That involves a different opener. God, you bastard. It's not even going to be clean practice. Nope. That was an absolute hot mess, wasn't it? I've basically put on a script that I can't die as well, by the way, if anyone was wondering why, because I'm just practicing. Nope. I'm not sure why this isn't working, to be honest. Obviously I'm doing something wrong. Basically, the only reason I'm even attempting this strat is because my current strat involves RNG. Basically means that if he does Elden Stars, my run is dead. Simple as that. Whereas this would kind of be a, not one cycle's probably not the right description, but effectively it would avoid the chance of Elden Stars happening. Also means no need for magic grease. Problem with that, Rex, is that won't that still won't enable me to change the setting on YouTube for low latency. Also, I'm pretty sure that, because I read that advice as well, I'm pretty sure that doesn't work on the current OBS. not managed to pull this off even once. It's just not bode well. Just going to check the sound as well. Yeah, I thought so. Keeps defaulting to like 10 master volume as well. So mad how other streamers make it look so easy. Enough stamina. Basically, you've got like the window between having enough stamina for that follow-up and getting it quick enough so you stagger him before he swims away is the window's minute. Wow, that's not gone well. Hello? Oh, this is so long, man. I don't even want to practice that boss. Right. Missed him again. Balls. I might just have to revert to a different strat. Might just have to go back to my original. Let's try the original and see. I don't think I'm at a point now where I can appreciate it, unfortunately. I feel like I'm just stressed out and frustrated, to be honest. It is very epic, though. So that's the reason. That right there is the reason, that amount of health that's left. I mean, that still avoids Elden Stars, I suppose. Ah, it's so annoying. I wish I could just get the new strat. Jesus Christ. That's just a shit show. Shit show. trying to do. So much RNG, man. Right, back to OG strats. Would be dead by now. Let's do... I wonder if I can... Right, hold on. Right, we have just... What's happening here? What am I missing? +4, +5. Get rid of the 5. Inventory. I want to discard the 5. That's supposed to be that. That's supposed to be that. Right. Sorry if anyone was chatting at any point during that. But what should have happened here is... Yes. Oh my goodness gracious me. Right, come on. Right, we are trying Radahn with +4 after all that. Maybe it is too hard. Hi. How are you? Good. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Sniper. Sorry, I was deep in concentration when that happened. Basically, every day I try to speedrun Elden Ring. My run failed today, so we're actually just doing some variations of practice, because I'm thinking about changing the strategy. I think there's some optimizations to make, but it requires a little bit of practice, so that's what we're doing. Do you know the game Elden Ring, or are you new to it? Appreciate it. Oh, man. Oh man, it's stressing me out. Maybe I should just stick to my OG strats, to be honest. Do you speedrun, or do you just play for fun, or what's the deal? Joke, man. I'm getting awful RNG from this, man. / skill issue. Problem is, this isn't even anything to do with having a +4 weapon. So I'm not even actually testing the theory. Stop fucking about now. Just do it. Well, we got the kill, but it wasn't smooth. No one cycle. Right, I'm going to try slightly different script. Basically, to get this to work, I need to get a full skill straight into the riposte, I think. Stress, stress, stress. That's gonna be a hard no from me, Sniper. I said that's gonna be a hard no. It's hard. Right, another little tweak to the script, we thinks. We're going to try going on the other side of him where the NPCs aren't. Oh, don't worry, Rex. This you must have been in my streams before where people want to offer me designs on Discord. It's obviously just scammers. I used to worry because I was like, oh, I don't want to be rude. What if they're not? And now I do not give a shit. What the fuck is going on, man? It's just so much RNG. I just don't see how I can ever pull this off in a speedrun, you know? That one. Now let's see if we can recreate that. We got the riposte on the head. Not the riposte, sorry, the L2 on the head. But we didn't get the riposte. That's what I'm trying to say. Bloody hell. I've got to get both, really. Do I need to be on the other side of him? That was recreatable, though. That's the good thing. All this is moot, really, anyway, because this strat only works if I practice Morgott and Goldfree like this as well. have time to do that today. I mean, I can test to see if the strat's the same. I feel like that stagger is... Basically what I'm saying, I have to get the stagger on my L2. Basically. Whee! So I'm trying different variations of like R1s at various points in the fight to try and like guarantee that that's going to happen. Didn't get the riposte. Don't know whether to try. Yeah, I'm gonna try 1-on-1. Just see what happens. I don't know what's going on there. Rubbish. Sorry, I'm like really getting a bit unfrustrated here. Because I'm not even getting clean testing in. Gone two. So that's the risk of going two, you see. That's the risk with going two. I guess my question would be like, does stagger damage increase with levels or just damage? Because I'm doing all this practice and I don't want it to be different if I go back to the old strat. Right, we're doing 1 R1. Doing 1 R1 and no R1s after, before. Yeah, you'll see. Can't explain. I'm doing 1 R1 here. Here. Right, I need to be on the other side, just as simple as that. Okay, we are doing 1 R1 and we're going on the other side this time. Behind him here. was awful. We got a nice stagger as well. I don't know how, because the script was all over the gaff. Okay, that was good, but I didn't get the head. I didn't get the head on the R2 follow-up before the riposte. I got his arm, and otherwise I think that would have been a one cycle. And I had to improvise with the amount of R1s again, so it doesn't really help. Interesting. So I went too wide. We're on the verge of a good strategy, I think. It's just very specific. Basically, I think you need to do the L2 effectively perpendicular to him. I think anything else will either be too near or too far. Oh God, I missed the summons now. What a mess. Wow, slowest horse turn ever done. think we all saw what happened there. I just want to test the perpendicular theory. Come on. Whoop. Maybe if I go a bit further up here, summons will take a bit longer to get here. I think it's just RNG, mate, to be honest. That's where I'm at now, because I'm like, if the summons are in your way, there's literally nothing you can do. Try no summons. Try no summons, but I think you'd need all the R1s. I just did all the summons. I literally was on autopilot then. Bloody hell. By the way, gang, I've got to leave in like 5 minutes to pick up the kiddies. Summons. See you later, Rex. Thanks for hanging out today. Right, no summons doesn't work. I might try no summons once more. Because I can put an extra R1 in, I think. And then we'll know if I get that. Right, let's go. And then I really have to go. That worked, but it's just, can I get the angle right? Because I didn't get perpendicular, did I? Yeah, if you miss like that, one more. If you miss one of those attacks, it basically gives no wiggle room whatsoever. And it removes the variables of the NPCs. But it means if you do get a 2 cycle, then it's way more dangerous. That answers that. Right, gang, that's me off ski. Thanks